So how do you go about getting a letter of recommendation? Hi, my name is Chris. With me are my former TF instructor, Joe Sauer, and Dr. Greg Keston, and hopefully we can give you some tips to help you with that. So who do I ask? Obviously, you got the instructors, and you also have the TFs, but how do the TFs factor into asking for a letter?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Chris. So in a basic science course especially, because the courses tend to be quite large, it's very common to have maybe 1 or 2 instructors, maybe 5 or 10 TFs, and then sometimes hundreds of students. TFs can commonly provide a lot of detailed insight as to how well you've done in a course, and that's very, very helpful for your instructors when they're writing letters of recommendation.
Right, so when do you want to ask an instructor or a TF for input on a letter or a letter? Well, I say that a month is really the minimum. Probably 2 or 3 months at least is ideal, because instructors usually get a huge number of requests, and to fulfill all those with your strength, your skills, there's a lot. There's a lot they're going to want to put in there, and they have to look over your personal statement, your CV. So make sure to give them at least a month. So how should you ask for the letter? In person is great. You can really talk with them and see what the reaction is. But email works too. Just make sure you're professional, courteous. Be brief. You don't have to, if you're writing an email, it doesn't have to be pages and pages to convince them to write the letter. It's more important that you just say what the letter's for instance, for med school, is it for a PhD program, and just make sure you ask. Don't demand that they write the letter. Don't tell them like, congratulations, you're writing me a letter. Say, would you be comfortable writing me a letter? I really enjoyed the class, and I would love if you could.
When you reach out to your instructor and your TF, make sure to ask them if they are willing to write a strong letter of recommendation, because you really want someone to write on your behalf that's motivated to reflect very positively on you as a student and your qualities as a candidate for some form of graduate school.
So your professor is willing to write you a strong letter of recommendation. Awesome. Make sure you also factor in the deadlines for your application, that you consider that when you're reaching out, and any kind of supplementary materials that the professor would need. So personal statement, resume, works you've done in the class. Also maybe consider adding in a couple points that you think will be important for the professor to address in the letter. So after you apply, make sure to follow up with your letter writers. These are people that have seriously invested into seeing you succeed, doing well, and reach out to them, update them with how you're doing. Did you get into the program that you wanted to get into? And if not, let them know that as well. And of course, send thank you cards.